So this is odd. This is odd. So this is a Twitter page. I had to make sure that this was a real page. It's a Twitter page of Klay Thompson's dad. Like, I literally works, like, has been working in NBA media for a while. Looking at some of these tweets, like, I was like, is it really? Or is it just someone impersonating him? But no. Klay Thompson's dad has just tweeted. Y'all, I heard the Fever are sick of Clark. Y'all hearing that too. I'm hearing from a reliable source the Fever don't want Caitlin Clark no more. Sparks, go get her now. This is somebody in the media. This is not like a random person on Twitter. This is somebody in the media. He's somebody that has a radio show on ESPN. Again, look, he does, unlike Dan Dakich, he doesn't have any direct, as far as I'm aware, there's no direct talk about Caitlin Clark, or say about him having a link to the Fever. But I'm going to be honest here. We're at the stage now where you've got somebody actually in the media that has tweeted about Caitlin Clark a lot of times, that is very, very pro Caitlin Clark. Is obviously someone that works with the Lakers. And has tweeted out, I'm hearing from a reliable source the Fever don't want Caitlin Clark anymore. Klay, go get your dad. I mean, fair response. Please get on the phone, Magic Johnson. She's the point guard your team needs. Exactly for us from the Fever. Time to admit your source. We told you guys, read the room. This is Clay's father who lives in Indy. I have no idea where Klay Thompson's dad lives. Clay's dad gonna rep LA to the death of him. Yeah. But this is actually like, I have no idea. Like, I highly doubt that somebody that works for ESPN and has an ESPN radio show works as a Lakers broadcaster is going to go out of their way to make up a false fact. Someone's saying she's legit said she doesn't want to go to LA, even if your claim has any validity, which it doesn't. You're clearly going off Twitter trolls. Yeah, that's kind of not the way it works. Like, the Indiana Fever can trade her wherever the fuck they want. And I'm being very real here. Like, it is, it's genuinely, like, I don't think people understand the Caitlin Clark trade package isn't a lot. And I don't know if they do. I don't think they do a Chicago and send her where she wants for a worse package. Apparently, the package Dallas were willing to give to Chicago was much better than 2 late first-round picks, but they sent her to Atlanta anyway for Chicago. I don't see Indiana doing that. But, like, it's one of those things. Don't be pulling Skip Bayless. Please start the rumor. Like, I don't think he would go out there and just start bullshitting. And even if the reliable source is Dan Dakich has never said the Indiana Fever don't want Caitlin Clark, by the way. This statement has not been said publicly by anyone who has any ties to the organization. And we've now got a situation where it's like, with everything we've heard, and you've got someone on ESPN talking about it, like, it is what it is. Like, this is something. Again, there is absolutely, when we talk about something, nothing, or everything, it's somewhere between nothing and something. Like, we haven't got to the stage where, look, if we see Caitlin Clark's minutes start with a 1 in some games because she's been pulled. Like, if you guys don't remember, there were games with Christy Sides. There have been games even last year versus Atlanta in the second half where Kelsey Mitchell played 5 minutes in the first half, where Kelsey Mitchell played 5 minutes in the second half. Like, that's something that has happened. And that has happened before to Caitlin Clark. Or say that's happened before to Kelsey Mitchell. If that starts happening to Caitlin Clark, when you have to take into account that, and it's not Kelsey Mitchell, because you have to take into account the team has to pick one or the other. Like, they can't afford to keep Kelsey Mitchell and keep Caitlin Clark. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, they can't afford to keep both of them. And we're now at a stage where it's like, okay, has anyone else said anything here? The Ball Out Media. Is this a troll page or anything? No, this does not appear to be a troll page talking about it. And like, I initially saw this and I'm late to this video because I thought this was a troll page. Like, I'm actually late to this video and I'm being real. I don't see the logic for why somebody who is in the media, is part of ESPN, would go and quote a fake source. Like, I don't see why they would do that. And everything, again, that we have seen over the last month or so means that this is not that this is true, that it's not out of the realm of possibility anymore. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility that the Indiana Fever don't want Caitlin Clark. I'm not saying that it's true. And by the way, I would be surprised if there's not at least one person in the Fever org that is like, that doesn't want Caitlin Clark, because there surely is. There surely is. Like, I'm sorry, she is a maverick type player, and if you guys know anything about those type of players, like, they can always be tricky to coach. They can be, because whatever your system is, they are at times they are going to just say fuck that, and I'm doing my own thing. Like, it's not an uncommon occurrence that, again, Caitlin Clark is a maverick type player. I think we all understand that. I think nearly everybody understands the type of player, the basketball player that Caitlin Clark is. They understand that Caitlin Clark is spectacular, that she thrives in chaos. And as a coach, or as if there's anyone in the front office that wants everything to be system-based, that wants their offense, their defense, just wants their team to be a system-based team rather than a free-flowing, we're going to wing it type team. Like, you obviously don't want Caitlin Clark there. And that's a fine statement to make. Like, I never understood why it became blasphemy, or like there's no logic to it, to not wanting Caitlin there. And there is. There absolutely is logic to it. I think you're dumb. I think you're wrong. But like, there is, you can absolutely talk somebody into just like you could talk somebody into not wanting Luka Doncic. Just like you could talk somebody into not wanting, you could talk somebody into not wanting LeBron. Even in his prime. You could talk people into not wanting Kobe Bryant. You could talk people into, I'm trying to think of like players. You could never talk anyone into not wanting Steph. You could never talk anyone into not wanting Jordan, clearly. You could never talk anyone into not wanting KD. But any player that is the opposite of a system player, any player that is the system and not a system player, there's always going to be someone that prefers a team to play a system rather than a system to be built around the player. So it's not a crazy statement to make that, like, it's not crazy to say there's probably at least one person in the organization doesn't want her. But like, we've now got any other media picking up on this one. But yeah, it's a weird scenario. This is a really, really weird scenario. Like, and I'm going to be real here. I don't see why Clay's dad would go out there and say, I have a reliable source if he didn't have a reliable source. Not, it looks like the Fever don't want Caitlin Clark. There's no reason for him to say I have a reliable source if he doesn't have a reliable source. Because again, he's literally he is he has a little bit more responsibility to get things right than the average human. Anyway, yeah, that's a video. See you guys.